Hello everyone and welcome back to American Truck Simulator. Today we've got a short haul of gasoline fuel going from Vernon here in central British Columbia to Omak in Washington State, USA. In this video I'm showcasing the following 5 mods, and at the end of the video I'm going to show you how to install them and show you some of the other mods that I use routinely and give you the load order. I'm using the Canada map by Promods, the Mack R series truck by Harven, the 50s Fruehauf tanker by Harven, the Supertest trailer skin by Goggles56, and finally the ENDT 676 engine sounds pack by Zeemods. Our journey is a short one today, just a little over 150 miles, so let's first of all listen to the engine and fire the horns. Okay, let's pull the parking brakes and get on our way. Now I'm using the latest version of Promods Canada here, which is version 1.1.1, and it's the one that you're going to need if you're using the latest ATS version, which is 1.43 at the time of filming this. Let's just stop here for this Range Rover, and we're going to be taking a left coming out the yard here. If you're interested in Promods Canada, you can get that from the website. The process takes about 15 to 20 minutes however, and it also involves you signing up to their website, but it is free to do so. So it looks like a gorgeous day here in Vernon. And we're basically driving due south. Oh, there's that Range Rover again. I think he's just circling the block.
Turn right. Turn right.
Let's pull up at the stop sign here. My god, these brakes do not work at all. Oh, they're so bad. Sorry, car. Alright, we have to be careful. The brakes on this are not up to the standard of a modern truck. So yeah, coming back to Promods, you've got to sign up to their website, but there's no cost involved in that, and that will generate a def file, a .def file, and you have to download that file and then a further 3 files, which are around about 500 megabytes in size, and copy them to your mods folder in ATS. Like I say, if that all sounds scary to you, don't worry, I've got a guide at the end of the video which will show you how to do that. This little trailer here is an absolute joy to haul, and it's short and you get around these corners no problem at all. If you've been watching my videos for a little while, you'll know that I love the Mack R series. It's one of my favourite trucks, and Harven's done a great job with this one. Okay, let's wind the windows up because the truck is kind of noisy, and let's wait for this bus to go, and we got a green light, so let's head along here. Now I was running Promods Canada for a little while using Frosty's weather mod, which brings in snow and icy road conditions, but I've decided to take that out now, and actually I think I prefer Canada looking like this. It's just beautiful. Okay, 4-way stop. I'm never the best at these. Every time I'm in the States I always think it's an exercise in everybody being super polite and waiting their turn, and nobody knows when they should go. Maybe take a right here. Let's take a little look at the truck and trailer. The truck I'm using today is the Mack R series, and it's made by Harven, and this was a truck that was produced between the 1960s and around about 2004, I think. It's such a great looking truck. In my opinion, it's got great retro looks, and I know a lot of you folks enjoyed my Canada logging video using a red Mack R series, so I decided let's use the truck again for this video. And to get this truck, It's a simple case of just clicking a subscribe button in the Steam Workshop. So the specification of the truck is as follows. It's got an ENDT 676 engine, and we've got a 350 horsepower unit in it today. That isn't particularly quick, especially when pulling a full tanker. But the trucks like this in real life typically had as low as 240 horsepower at the time. So we certainly have a tuned up model here. In fact, I think with this engine, this might be the later intercooled model. I'm also using the Zeemods sound packs, which cost a few pounds, and it's really the only payware I use on my channel because they are that good. If you use the stock truck though, don't worry, the sounds are really good. I just find that all the Zeemods packs bring immersion to a new level. You get the air brake sounds and you get the wind noise, and listen to that Jake brake, it sounds wonderful. And I particularly like the interior sounds as well, where you can hear the indicators going on and off. I think that sounds really nice. What a lot of people don't realise is that Zeemods has a lot of free content on his website and on the Steam Workshop, so you can pick up some of these sound packs for absolutely nothing and you can try them out for yourself. The transmission we're using today is a 10-speed overdrive box. Okay, let's watch out here. Here's the Griswolds on the right. Are they going to pull out in front of us? No, I don't think so. Oh, what an ass. Elon Musk is pulling out instead. Thanks for that, buddy. I suppose that's karma because I pulled out in front of the other car at the start of our journey. Yeah, so it's a 10-speed gearbox, and I figured since we're in Canada, I want to have a gearbox that could handle all these inclines, and typically these trucks in real life came with the Maxi Torque 5-speed, and that option is available to you as well in the sim. Finally, and for me I think the most impressive mods that I'm using here are the trailer and the skin. The trailer is the 50s Fruehauf tanker by Harven, and if you've ever watched the old movie Duel, you might recognise the trailer. And you're given the option when you download this to use a non-restored version, which is old and rusty, just like in that movie. The skin for this tanker is the Supertest petroleum skin, and it's by Goggles 56. And Supertest was a real Canadian fuel company which was in business from around about the 1920s, I believe, until the 70s, and I think it was bought over by BP. So it no longer exists. I'll put the links for the mods I'm using, of course, as always in the description, and show you how to install them later. Well, we're well on our way now. And let's try and overtake this car here, and I'll show you how slow this truck really is. We really struggle to gain speed, especially on the inclines, and this is why I have the 10-speed box in there. Hope you've all had a great week and are having an amazing weekend. I've got a couple of things to tell you about on this journey. One of the first things is that you might remember a few months ago I made some Promods Canada videos where I featured... Oh, we're all slowing up here. Oh, let's slow down. Let's fire up this Jake brake. What's going on along here? Okay, the road seems to be shut. This is going to give us a detour. Okay, this is going to extend our journey a little bit. Let's see if we can change lane here. Is anyone going to let us out? This looks like a total mess here. This white car is going to let us go, so let's pull out. And let's let these cars in front of us get over. I see a cop car there. What is going on? Oh, someone's having a very bad day. Look at that truck, it's dropped most of its pipes. Okay, so what this means is we're going to go on a little detour. I've had a look at the map and we're just going to have to head essentially up a mountain here, so we're going to be fairly slow and head back down the other side in order to join the road. It's going to add about 60 miles to our journey, but anyway, it gives me a chance to have a little bit of a chat with you about what I was talking about. A few months ago I made a few videos with Canada cartridge livery on my truck and trailer. Now, a marketing company that produces a magazine for the Canada cartridge staff contacted me and asked for permission to use one of my images from my YouTube videos for the front cover of the company magazine. So I of course said yes, and they've sent me the draft of that and it looks fantastic. I'm so chuffed that they reached out to me and included my image on that little publication. This little road has given us an opportunity to have a proper look at the truck and trailer, and I hope you like it. I know some of you guys are very much into the retro trucks and trailers, and this is a great combination to have. There isn't a particular mod for the livery of the truck, I just designed it myself and tried to integrate the colours of the trailer. You'll notice there's quite a lot of white on the truck, and that's because in orange it was really too orange. So I put a little bit of white in there just to break up the orange, and I hope you like it. I hope you think it works. I certainly am happy with how it's turned out. Okay, so that's us at the top of the hill. That was a bit of a struggle to get up there. We're going to head down here at this exit and head now down the mountain, and we should be back on track. The other thing I wanted to let you folks know about was that I've started playing Farming Simulator 22, and I've already got a video or two up online. I'm essentially starting with a new farm from scratch. I'm just trying to learn the sim. I've never played any Farming Simulator before, but I'm finding it a lot of fun. And what I'm trying to do is make my videos for people in my situation where we're not experts at all and we're just finding out how the sim works as we go along. So hopefully it's a kind of a beginner's guide from a beginner, if that makes sense, as I find my way through the sim.
After 100 yards, turn left.
The learning curve for it is fairly steep, I have to say, and there's so many items of equipment to buy or lease, and knowing which one to use for your particular needs can be completely daunting. But I would recommend the sim to anyone that likes a nice relaxing game, a bit like this. Incidentally, in case you didn't know, Farming Sim 22 is crossplay, so folks on PlayStation, Xbox and PC can all play together. Okay, here's a truck coming out of the brake check area, so I'm just going to move over into the left lane to let it out. And you might notice, straight in front of us, we have a runaway lane. You don't tend to see a lot of trucks these days in those types of things, but I think one time we need to come along here with a really fast truck and check if that works. Doesn't look like it's got a lot of gravel in it. It looks like it's just tar, but maybe it's steep enough that it would slow down the truck and trailer. Sounds pretty scary to be going up one of those and having failed brakes. Anyway, here's some external views of the truck again. Looks totally gorgeous in the daylight, and it has just the right amount of shine on it without being super shiny like a modern paint job. In certain light, it's got that kind of dull matte finish, and I really like that. A little bit more Jake brake there for you to listen to, and we take this exit and get back on our journey. One thing I do like about this truck and this engine sound pack is the noise of the turbo whistle. Although at first at default it was extremely loud, I had to turn it down quite a bit. In fact, the exhaust sounds, the engine sounds and the turbo sounds I've taken down a fair bit. I hope everyone's having a great 2022 so far, and if I haven't said so already to you, Happy New Year. I'm now back at work full time and I'm feeling the strain of it, and you will notice that from my YouTube upload schedule. I've decided to really ease off with it because I do find it very difficult to find the time to make and edit these videos. So they're not coming out as often as perhaps they once were, but I hope you think that the quality is still there. I'm trying to only put out my very best work. So we're just rolling into Pemberton now, which is a cool little town here in Canada. Of course, we're taking this fuel today all the way across the border, so you'll get to see me doing the border crossing from Canada into the USA, and then we only have a couple miles really to go until we get to our destination in Washington. You'll notice that the truck is completely retro, but one of the things that is modern is the GPS system. So I hope you purists are not too bothered by that. I absolutely need it so I don't get lost. What do you think of the tan interior in this truck? I tend to build the Mack with the black interior, but this time I thought I'd go for the tan and I'd go for the wooden dash panel, but there's loads of customization options. I was wondering what the ticking noise is, but now I understand it's the aeroplanes which are there at the runway on the right hand side. And that reminds me, I really want to get back into Microsoft Flight Simulator, and I really enjoy the sim, but I find it so time consuming because once I start a flight I'm there for hours and hours on end. And one thing I think might be quite cool, and let me know if you want me to do it, is I thought I'd make a little tour of Scotland and show you some of the highlights of where I'm from on Microsoft Flight Simulator. And of course we can go to lots of other places in the world also. I really need to get back into that. Also, I've got some flying lessons and I got them as a birthday present, and I just need to get to the airport and organise a time. I'm thinking maybe February, March time would be quite good. I'm going to buy a GoPro so I can take some nice footage up there. I can put that up onto YouTube and let you see it. I love flying little planes like Cessnas, and let me know in the comments if you've ever flown a plane. I certainly don't have a pilot's license and I don't have the money to get one, but just occasionally going up in a little plane like that is really good fun. I'll take that over a theme park ride any day. We've just rolled up at the border and we will drive the truck into the designated truck lane, which is by the yellow gates in front of us there. So we'll take it nice and slow and we will show our documents, and hopefully, all being well, we get across the border into the USA. Okay, they were fine with our paperwork and they let us go, so we got away with it that time, and we are just now heading along to our final destination of Omak. So we're now in the standard SCS map, and although it's just a few miles across the border, it looks totally different to me, and it looks like we're back in the USA again. Let me know in the comments what your favourite truck and trailer combination is when you're playing American Truck Simulator. Let me know in the comments if you think there are any good mods out there for trucks, trailers, or anything else that you think I should be checking out. I've just invested in a new Thrustmaster H pattern shifter. I've got the TH8A shifter, and just recently bought it, and what I'm doing with it is learning how to shift gears on the 18-speed Eaton Fuller gearboxes. It's quite an experience, quite a learning curve, and of course I can drive a manual car in real life. I'm finding it a really fun learning experience. That's us in Omak, and what a horrible day it is today. Horrible grey skies, and the rain is on as well. And we're just going to drop off at the gas station on the left hand side here.
Turn left.
So let's see where they want it dropped. It's getting late in the day, and we're ready to clock off for the day, get some food. So let's try and pull the truck in. Now this car here on the right could be a bit of a problem. I think what we'll do is we'll try and pull in, we'll get close enough, we might get it on the first attempt, and if not, we'll just back up between the car wash and that grey car behind us, and we should be good. Take it nice and easy here. So let's just pull this forward. We look like we're in good shape. Let's look out the window and wait for the marker to turn green. A little bit more, and there we go. That's it. That was a fantastic haul. I really enjoyed that. I hope you did as well. All the links for everything I've used are in the description. And if you want to hang on to the end of this video, I'm going to show you how to install them as well. Thanks so much for watching. Please leave a like, leave me a comment, and until the next one, take care. In this part of the video, I'm going to show you how to install Promods Canada. Now the version that we're using today is actually 1.1.1, and you can see it here. Screen, it's essentially the same as 1.1.0, but it's set up to work with the latest version of ATS, which is version 1.43. Just a reminder that you will need the Oregon and Washington DLC in order to make this work. Head to www.promods.net, and on the top right hand side you'll need to log in if you're already a member. If not, you'll need to register up here, and once you have logged in, click on the icon for Promods Canada. Now the first step here is generating a def file, so click the link for that and you'll see there are several options here. It's not as scary as it looks. It allows you to alter the interior sounds. I always use the default interior sound. You can change the damage level, so you can pick no damage if you want. I always leave it as default damage, and depending on the specification of your computer, you might want to change the graphic settings. I get away with extreme performance. And the last settings are for the navigation and route advisor if you wish to change this color scheme for that. If you're happy with that, click on the generate button and that will go ahead and download the definition file. So here's the Promods ATS definition file and it's an SCS file. We're not going to do anything with it just now, but just keep track of where it is saved. In my case, it's in the downloads folder. We're going to move it shortly. So now back in the Promods Canada website, go to step 2 underneath the part where we've generated the definition file, and this is where we're going to download 3 further files. Now you can see we've got a further 3 SCS files which have been downloaded, and they're in the 7-zip format, so you'll need to use 7-zip to extract them, and where we're putting all these files is into your American Truck Simulator mods folder. For most people that's going to be in Documents, American Truck Simulator mod. Launch American Truck Simulator and head on the main menu into the mod manager. What you now have to do is have a look on this left hand side in the mods manager for the Promods files, and you'll see there are 4. There's models, definitions, map and assets. Double click each of them and then they will appear on the right hand side in the active mod section, and this is the load order you want to have them in. Promods Canada definition package at the top, then the map, then the models, and then the assets. You can increase and decrease the position of them in the list by using the increase priority, decrease priority buttons at the bottom of that page. Once you've done that, click confirm changes to leave the mod manager, and when you load the map you should be able to see Canada above the United States. That's it installed. Good luck and enjoy Canada. I'm now going to show you how to install the Mack R series. Simply go to your Steam library, click American Truck Simulator, and from the options just below the play button you'll see there's an option there for workshop. So click that and this takes us to the Steam workshop for this particular game. Now some of the most popular mods are there, but what we're going to do is type in to the search bar at the top Mack R, and the first hit here is the Mack R series by Harven. Click on that and all we have to do is click the green button and that will automatically be downloaded and integrated into the game. Now this doesn't mean that it's going to work straight away. There's one more step we've got to employ, and that is launch the game now. Go into the mod manager for the Mack R series in the mod manager options, double click this little button here so it turns green, and then it will appear in the right hand side. Now when you go into your game and you go into the Mack showroom, you will see the Mack R series alongside all the other Mack trucks. So do enjoy your Mack R series. In this part I'm going to show you how to install 2 things at the same time: the Fruehauf 50s tanker trailer and trailer skin. First thing we have to do is go to your Steam library, find American Truck Simulator and click on Workshop. From here we can do a search for Fruehauf, and this is the particular version by Harven that I use. Click on the thumbnail and click the subscribe button. Now this tanker has been integrated into our American Truck Simulator game. If we go back into the workshop and do a search for Supertest, you'll see it's available here by Goggles56. So click that and again click the subscribe button. It doesn't mean to say we can use them straight away. There's one more step that we have to employ. We need to launch American Truck Simulator and head into the mods manager. First thing we have to do is look for the Fruehauf tanker and double click that little button so it appears on the active mods in the right hand side. Next thing, let's have a look for the trailer skin, double click that, and that's it loaded as well. Now when you go to purchase the trailer, you'll see there's a second option under standard trailers. There's now the Fruehauf trailers, and there's an old rusty one which is very cheap, and there's a fully restored one which is considerably more expensive. If we go for the expensive restored one and we go to the paint jobs, you will also see, apart from the ones that come as standard and the ones you can customize, there is the Supertest one as well. In this part of the video I'm going to show you how to install Zeemods sound packs, and I'm going to show you a couple of freebies that you can get from Zeemods. First one is if you go to your American Truck Simulator in the Steam library, then click Workshop, do a search for Zeemods, and you'll find there are 3 sound packs available, all for free. We have the weather sound effect, road and wind noise and the air brakes. So all we need to do is click on each one in turn, click the green subscribe button, and each of them will be integrated into the game. Now I'll show you in just a minute how we then go into the game and make those active. The other option for Zeemods is to go into the website at zeemods.com, and if you filter by American Truck Simulator sound mods like I have here, you can see this is the one that I use, the ENDT sound and engine pack. But while we're on the website, I wanted to show you that there is another sound pack that's free here, and it's this one here, the train and crossing mod. So simply click the icon for that, and at the cart you can add a price if you'd like to donate some money, but you can put in 0 and get this one for free to test it out. Copy any SCS file that you've downloaded from the Zeemods website into your mod folder, and it's usually Documents, American Truck Simulator mod, and then we're able to load up the game and make these mods active. To do that, launch the sim, click Mod Manager, and for any of the mods that we've just dragged into the mod folder, they should appear here. Simply double click the little buttons to make them appear on the right hand side. With Zeemods, he suggests putting his sound mods at the very top of your active mods, with engine sound mods at the very top. So in this last part of the video, I'm going to show you some of the mods that I use on a regular basis. Now I've got a huge list of them, but these are kind of the main ones that I would use. At first, I've got all of my Zeemods engine and ambient sound packs at the top. Some of them are free and some of them are payware. Then under this, I would typically have the map mod that I'm running at the moment. I've got Promods Canada loaded in here, and then I'd have my modded trucks and trailers. I've got the R series by Harven, the Fruehauf tanker trailer as well in there with a particular skin for this video. Other things that I like to use are the add-on for the police traffic and the police traffic pack, which are really good. This gives you different police vehicles in the different towns and cities that you visit. We've got the Real Company trailer paint, the Real American gas stations and Real advertisements. I also use the Real Company's gas stations and billboards, and all these, although they kind of do the same thing, they don't seem to clash with one another. Then we've got the Real Tires mod, Trailers Edition and Real Tires mod, and then Smarties wheel pack, which is really cool as well. If you're backing in using the mirrors in the cab, then you're going to want the Realistic Mirror Field of View mod as well. It's invaluable. And the Icons mod is a great one because it removes some of the really obvious markings from the ground and makes the yards look a bit more realistic. I also have the ownable cargo market rework, which gives you more delivery options and different types of trailers as well. So these are the main ones that I use. Thanks so much for watching.